So hi, I'm Kaidi, Andrew, and I am the Yarn Whisperer. Generally my dyeing day will start with mixing up the colours. Different colourways have different intensities of colour, but a sort of bog standard would be about 1 gram of dye to every 1 litre of water. And we call that sort of 1 gram dye stock. So usually I will soak the yarn for about 20 minutes, but you can actually leave it overnight. And some days, depending on how much I've got to dye up, I'll actually pre-soak yarn. So I add the dye to the yarn next. And I leave the dye in usually for about 20 minutes is enough for the first strike of the dye on the yarn. Because the yarn is actually quite constricted in the pans, the yarn that doesn't have access to the dye obviously won't get dyed, or will get dyed in really low intensity of colour. So in order to make sure there's dye colour across the yarn, you need to flip things around a bit. So I flip the dye bath around, add more colour as needed depending on the pattern, on the colourway, and lid goes back on another 20 minutes usually. So my newest collection is a tarot collection. Basically I take a tarot card or take a tarot deck, shuffle them up, draw a card from the deck, and that is the colour that I'm going to do next. So I'm using the universe in a weird way, but also the kind of meanings behind the cards and the images that they throw up into my mind to create the colourways that I'm creating.